All right, everybody. Welcome to another Friday night episode of Keto Rocks. I'm Jim Hobbs, and somewhere on the Brady Bunch screen is Brian Damage Forsythe of Kix. He's wearing all black. He's mourning the death of his AC unit, I believe.
Yeah.
When's the funeral? Where's the burial, Brian?
I don't know. That thing's only like a year old. Not even.
I thought.
Yeah,
I thought you bought it a year ago.
Yeah.
In August. You bought it literally almost a year ago.
No, actually, it's more than a year. It was April of 2020.
Was it? I know it went out pretty early on.
Yeah.
Have you called them? Are they coming out to fix it for you?
No, I didn't realize it was broken until around 5 o'clock, and I was scrambling. I had to jump in the shower and stuff.
Now, are you guys? Is Kix playing any place this weekend that you have to fly out to tomorrow?
Yep. So
Ooh.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it fixed till I get back, but I'm going to try.
You're going to have to leave Smokey in charge.
Yeah.
What about Smokey? That's an issue.
Oh, I have a pet sitter, but I usually leave the porch door open for her, but I'm not going to be able to now because it'll get too hot.
Wow. Well, I hope that, has it been hot there this week? I mean, has it? Okay.
Steamy.
The perfect time for the AC to go, oh, it's my time to quit.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, tonight's a special show. We have a group, a bunch of our Keto Carnivore family who attended the Keto Rocks Summer Retreat in Colonial Beach, Virginia that happened was it 2 weeks ago, everybody? Wow.
I think.
Dawn, you're muted.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. I'm having withdrawals.
You're having withdrawals, but
yeah.
Corey got her own Colonial Beach tattoo. How's your 2.98 degree burn going there? Oh yeah. Ugh. Okay. Who burned you? I mean, was it yourself? Was it self-inflicted?
Yep, I like pain.
All right. Well,
Self-inflicted. It was an accident. We were trying to light someone's lantern, and I think Brian was next to me, and I lost my footing, and I went like this, and it hurt like a mother trucker.
Gotcha. I'm sure it did. Yeah, getting burns is never fun. But,
yeah.
But you guys were a huge part of why the Keto Rocks retreat was so successful, and totally inspired by everybody's story. The problem is no one got a chance to hear your stories that watched the show and could not attend this year. So like for just to go around, I don't know who wants to go first. Emily, I know you have a storm coming your way. So if you have your prepared statement, we'll let you go ahead and give it to us.
Well, the thing is right now it's raining, so it wasn't really that bad. I thought it's gonna be because of the radar. So I wrote this down. So my story, I started having trouble with my weight at 240 pounds since I graduated high school in 2010. I tried many options. I used to go to physical therapy. I tried running, walking. I have this book. It's called The Drunk Diet inspired by Luke Carl. I met him in 2013 on the cruise. So he actually sent me this with a bunch of t-shirts and some stickers. So I was reading this over and over like 5 times, and it's not really keto, but when I looked at it, I didn't really have a chance to make them. But and then in May 2016 or 17, I had a surgery for my gallstone being taken out. So I do believe it was caused by eating grain, cereal, snack, stuff like that. So if I would have known how or what to do keto a year later, I would have just know how. But I didn't think of it. In December 2018, I did try keto, but using this coffee powder stuff that you could put in like your coffee. So I tried that. And then I did eat some food, and in 2019 I lost like 30 pounds in 2 weeks. It was up and down because I was working at my school in February, so it was hard to know what you have to eat there. So like when we have a lunch break after serving, there wasn't really much choices except for salad, but I didn't have salad. In May from that year, I fell off the wagon again because I used Keto Slim Fast product from Walmart. Of course, I talked to Brian then on Facebook, so he told me to eat healthy, real food. So I restarted again. So I do eat salad without croutons right now. I eat meat plain or seasoned, or I use pork rind crumb to make chicken. Veggie, if it's keto friendly. I do love coffee, so I put cream or butter. And I do love my sweet, so if I want something sweet, I have to make something keto.
Gotcha. What was your biggest takeaway from the retreat, Emily?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I really don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite carnivore?
My favorite carnivore?
Yes.
You mean from the retreat?
Yes.
Brian Forsythe.
Well, thank you for sharing. Thanks for being there, and thank you for being with us tonight and sharing your testimony. It's inspiring.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
All right, who wants to go next? Corey, you swallowed a canary. Go ahead and let it out.
Is it because of my blouse or because my cheeks are puffy?
Because there's feathers coming out of your mouth. I don't know what that's from, but I'm not going to judge. I'm just going to let you speak.
Okay, well, what happens in Colonial Beach stays there, so I won't tell you whether. Well, the one thing that I definitely brought back with me from Colonial Beach was the last day that I was there. I was prepping my coffee, my decaf coffee, and I'm used to having half and half with my coffee, and then I use Swerve or monk fruit sweetener. And I saw these sugar-free hazelnut creamers, so I opened up 2, and I was about to put them in my cup, and Brian's like, "You should put butter in that." And I looked at him like he's awkward, like, "What?" And like, "Put butter in your coffee." I'm like, "Oh, really?" He goes, "Try it." And I think it was Linda's butter that was sitting out on the counter, and I loved that stuff. So I said, "Well, is there a restriction on how much butter I can put in there?" And he's like, "No." So I got about half that container and I put it in there. He put it in the blender, and it was very frothy. It was really frothy, like a latte, which I love. And so then I was about to drink it. He goes, no, hold on. He goes, "You got to put some salt in it." I'm like, "What?" So then he grabs some salt and he just goes, and it was really darn good. So I've been drinking my coffee that way. It was pretty darn amazing. Thank you for that. So, and I want to share something with you guys. I again, I guess it's a woman thing. Me, I'm going to tell you how much I weighed a year ago. Okay. And it's hard for me to say this, especially for the whole world to hear, but it is what it is. So you all saw how tiny I am. I'm 5'1" and shrinking. I've always weighed about 128, 130. That's, well, I used to weigh a lot less before kids, but I've always weighed about 128, 130, and I've always been pretty athletic. So I've always had some mass. And I do put a big M in front of that, mass. And so in the last few years, with stuff that I'm going through personally, sadness and lack of energy due to that, and my hormonal changes, I put on 50 pounds. And last August, when I went to the nutritionist, I actually weighed in at 182, and I about fell over because I was like, what? And I right now weigh 156. In 1 year, I've lost all that weight, and I've kind of veered off track several times, whether on vacation or my daughter's around, whatever the situation. So I think if I were to stick to it like I'm supposed to, I would be closer to my goal, which is about 130. And but I'm working on it, and I've learned a lot in the last year through all of you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Linda. My goal is to hit 130 by December 31st.
Yay.
And yeah, thank you.
Go, Corey, you could do it.
Thank you. It's hard. Being this short is really challenging.
I hear that, girl.
Thank you.
You just put all the stuff you're not supposed to eat on the top shelf.
Yeah.
That's a problem. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Corey. All right,
Yeah.
who wants to go next? Raise your hand. Who wants to go
Raise
next?
your hand.
I'll go next.
All right, go ahead, Joan.
So I guess the biggest thing I took away from the summit was we all have our own struggles. I think a little bit, some of us are a little more overweight. When we hear some of the ones that are thin, you guys still have the same struggles that we do. It's just in a different way. And I'll be honest with you. The first 2 days when I was home, I cried because I really missed the connection that we all had there at the retreat. I just really felt a connection. And I printed out our picture of us, both pictures from the porch and by the sign. And I hung them in my office at work. And I look at them throughout the day, and it helps me. So, when those reps are coming in and they're bringing in all this crap, I have those pictures right there. And I'm like, you know what? I may be struggling, but so is Corey and so is Maria, or so is Jim,
Yeah.
and it really, really helps. And so just to let you know, you guys are in my office, and I look at you every day now when I'm there. And it's just a support, when I look, Emily was posting her food pictures yesterday, and I was at work, and I'm like, I wonder what I'm going to do for dinner. What I'm going to, hey, and there were the bacon wrapped, so I just really want all of you to know how much I love all of you. And I cannot thank you enough. And Jim and Brian, I can't thank you enough for the group, and yes, we've all lost an amount of weight, but, I think what I've come to the realization to realize, it's not the amount of weight, it's the healthy eating. And yesterday I went to the doctors. I had to get my blood work done for my yearly. So I'm waiting to get those back. I should have the results hopefully by Friday. But my doctor was really pleased with my results and my weight. And she just said, keep doing what you're doing. So, she doesn't approve of the keto, but she said, just keep doing what you're doing. Everything looks great. So,
awesome.
I really hope that we decide to have something next year, whether it be at Colonial Beach or somewhere else, or, I just really, really hope that there's enough interest, because I really need it as a support system. I really do. And I think that's where I was a little sad when we all left, because I thought, oh my gosh, this weekend was such a breeze. I knew what I was going to eat because Brian and them made everything for us. We had our snacks for us because they were out. And now I'm like, oh my God, I'm back on my own. But I have been sticking to it. And I think I just really needed that as kind of like a restart, and just to kind of keep on track. So that's really all I have to say.
Oh, that's awesome, Joan. That makes me want to tear up to sit there and hear
Yeah.
your story.
Yeah.
All right. Who's going next? Linda or Maria? Who wants to? Dawn, Mimi, random lady?
I love that name.
It made me laugh. Roseanne, you want to go next?
Sure. Can you hear me?
We can.
Okay, good. So what was the question? I think I was muted because I messed this up somehow.
No, just the question basically is, what was your takeaway from the retreat, and and how are you doing since then, and what advice would you give people who weren't at the retreat in regards to the keto carnivore lifestyle?
Okay, well, my takeaway was that I met some fantastic people. Everybody, the amount of support, and everyone was so friendly. People I've never met, only seen on here, and everyone was, we acted like we already knew each other. I love that. Can't ask for more than that. And I am 1 pound away from my second goal weight.
Hey.
So,
Yay!
Very good.
So, and I'm always here to support any of you that need it. And when I need you, I'm coming for you. So,
Just like Dawn's cat.
Yeah. And thank you guys for everything. It was so much fun. And I do hope we do it again, wherever it would be.
Awesome. All right, who's next?
I'll go.
Once. Who's going? Who's that?
Maria.
Go ahead, Maria.
All right. So the biggest takeaway for me was the breathing. I really enjoyed the breathing. I've been continuing with it. I've told a few other people it. I don't know if it will help others, but I've passed it along, and that's very relaxing. And for me, I think to get rid of this stress is really important. I also loved all the support, and it was nice not to have to fix any food for anybody, and especially when I had to make different meals for different people. When I came home, everyone in my house is now doing keto. So
wow,
a little better. Although I'm pretty carnivore. Today I made everybody a Big Mac salad, and then I made myself a steak. So I'm still making two things, but it's a big improvement for everyone else. And I'm happy with that. I went to the doctor's today. He ordered blood work, but I didn't get that done yet. And I've actually gained 12 pounds since my last checkup. And the doctor was like, "Are you eating healthy?" And I said, "Yep." You didn't ask what I was eating. And he was like, "Oh, worried about your weight gain." And I was like, I don't know why I gained weight. I've eaten the same thing. I haven't really strayed off of that. So I don't know. And I'm not that worried about the weight gain right now.
Maybe it's muscle mass.
I don't know. I thought that at first, but I don't know. I don't know. But I definitely feel healthier, and that's what matters more to me. If I lose it back, I lose it back. If not, as long as I'm healthy, that's really what matters to me. I had to exit because my phone rang, and I also really enjoyed just having the support of everybody. And I went to a birthday party, and there was cake, and I was very tempted to eat that cake, but I did not eat the cake.
All right.
Good
job.
What were you thinking? What was the thought that was going through your head, Maria, to not
poison? Why am I putting that poison in my body? I'm not going to put that poison in my body. And everybody else was, and it looked so good. And I was very tempted, and it was like a chocolate cake with like a chocolate filling and a chocolate ice. It was really, really.
That's tough.
Everybody. And I told the people there, I'm very tempted to eat this cake, and everybody was like, "Oh, you could have just a little piece, just a little piece." But every time everybody said just have a little piece, all I kept thinking was a little piece of poison, a little piece. I don't want a little piece of poison, and that's what went through my brain.
Awesome.
And I was
Well-
very proud of that because a year ago I would have eaten that cake, and it's so strange to me is now that I'm not eating that cake as a treat is when I've gained weight. When I was eating it, I was losing. I mean, I kept it off, but I don't think it's connected to that. I think it's just something different. But that was just a strange feeling.
Maybe it's just stress, or I mean,
I
menopause-
think a lot of stress I've been dealing with. So
Yeah.
Like
Right.
cortisol, maybe like if you get your numbers and stuff checked, like check to see if it's cortisol or whatever, because that's stress related.
I did the lab work today, and I didn't go right from it. I came home, and I'll probably go on Friday to get the lab work done.
Well, we look forward to hearing your numbers. Hopefully they're all positive, and as long as you're feeling good,
Yeah.
that is what matters.
Like my health ailments that I had before are gone. So feeling better to me is more important than that number on that scale. And
Yeah.
that's hard. But I've heard that so many times that I'm starting to really understand that now. It's really about how you feel, not what that number says. It's a number just like any other number, just like your blood pressure, just like your, vitamin D level. At that moment, it's just a glimpse. And your weight can change 5 pounds in a day if you take a big poop, right?
Yes, sometimes even more.
Wow.
Well, thank you so much for sharing, Maria. Thank you, and we look forward to hearing what your numbers are going to show us.
I'll let everybody know. I'll keep you posted.
Awesome. Linda, Dawn, Mimi.
I'll go.
All right, Dawn, let's hear your story.
One of the biggest things that I took away from the weekend after listening to everybody and speaking to mostly everybody was that we all came into this for different reasons, whether it was to lose weight, to get healthy, to help with medical conditions. We all do this a little differently because different ways work for different people. Some carnivore works better for some a combination. But the one thing that we all have in common, I realized, was that we all took a leap of faith. We all grew up eating a certain way or listening to people tell us different things, whether it was the news or the doctors, families, friends. And we took a chance and we tried this, and it's all worked out positive for everyone in some way, shape, or form. And I think that really says a lot for what we're all doing.
Yep,
Yes.
great point.
Mhm.
And no matter what people may think of your diet or lifestyle as being weird or unhealthy, which you're going to hear over and over and over again from the people who are not doing it, it's like that old story about the crabs in a bushel. A crab starts to try to climb its way out. They're going to bring that crab back down, and we just are all crabs who have escaped the so-called normal food pyramid diet bucket, and we've all gathered together at a beach, and that's why we're like, whoa, you did the same thing. And so I truly believe that's why we have such a great connection between this family here, is the fact that we all were able to climb out of that bushel basket and we found each other and we recognize that. So we've hooked claws and we're telling our story and we're sticking on our beach, and we've planted the keto carnivore flag. So thanks for sharing, Dawn. All right, it's that time of the evening where we get a chance to tune in with Mr. Brian Schenker of the MeatTribe channel to give us the meat deals of the week. Mr. Schenker, what do you got for us this week?
First, can I get everybody to wave? All the people from the retreat. Awesome. So good to see all your smiling faces. Sorry I'm not able to hang for the entire show. I messed up my timing, and I've got some chicken wings in the oven, and my wife is starving, so we're gonna do a hit and run today. So,
all right,
the first place, I'm always starting off with this new Carnes Quality Meats that Linda turned me on to. I wish it's in Central PA. I wish it was down near me. But they've got a lot of deals every week, much more than I report here. They usually have between 5 and 10 different meat deals going on, and that's only including beef. They've got all kinds of stuff, seafood and pork, all kinds. But today I'm going to talk about, they've got started on August 17th, 2 choice grade meats. They're both boneless, and it's a whole New York strip. So it's the whole cut of meat. You're going to slice those down to whatever thickness you want for the New York strips at $7.99 a pound. And if you're too lazy to cut them yourself, they'll cut them for you, but they're going to charge you $12.99 a pound. So $5 difference between cutting them yourself and having them cut them. And those deals run through the 23rd of August. Next up, Food Lion. They've got some choice grade boneless top round London broil at $5.99 a pound. That deal started today on the 18th and runs through the 24th. Aldi has a deal that started today. It's a boneless, Simply Nature Fresh organic grass-fed ribeye steaks at $9.99 a pound. I've been waiting for a good price on ribeyes. I missed out on the Harris Teeter ones that you took advantage of for the retreat. I'm kicking myself that I didn't buy any of those Harris Teeter ones. So I'm going to head out Aldi. It's $9.99 a pound, and that runs through the 24th of August. Brian, too bad your AC is out. I'm really sorry to hear that. I know you replaced that within a year, but this might make up a little bit for it. Kroger has some choice grade boneless ribeye steaks for $8.99 a pound. That's a pretty good price on that. And they've also got some choice grade boneless chuck roasts at $5.99 a pound.
Well, he doesn't need a ribeye. He needs ice.
Yeah, well, you can always use some extra ribeyes, right?
Yeah, that's not gonna hurt.
So that chuck roast again is $5.99 a pound, and both the Kroger deals run through the 24th of August. And then Giant Eagle, those deals don't start until the 19th, tomorrow. And I've got 3 deals from Giant Eagle. They've got a certified Angus beef, bone-in Market District ribeye steak at $10.99 a pound. So those of you that like your ribeyes with the bone-in steak form, you can get them there, $10.99 a pound. And Giant Eagle also has some prime grade bone-in ribeye steaks. Jim, hold on to your seat, buddy. Don't fall over on this one. $16.99 a pound. That's more than I typically like to spend for a steak. How about you?
Yeah, $16.99 is a little bit out of my price range. I have to wait till the Harris Teeter deals come in.
Yeah, but it is prime grade, so it should be, it should have a lot of really nice marbling. And then the last one from Giant Eagle is choice grade boneless Market District chuck shoulder value pack steaks or roasts.
Yeah, they're doing the
for $4.99 a pound. And all of the Giant Eagle deals run through the 25th of August. Wow. So that's all the deals I'm reporting today.
Now you're cooking chicken right now. Is that what I heard you say? You got a chicken in the oven?
Chicken wings.
Are they in the air fryer or the oven?
No, our air fryer doesn't hold enough wings for my wife and I to eat. I'd be cooking them all night. I can only hold about maybe 6 or 7 wings in my air fryer, so we're baking them.
Yeah, that's my problem too. I got to get the one Linda has. Linda's got a big one supposedly. I got to check out hers because that's the reason why we don't do it. If we're really going to be eating a lot of wings, which you typically do when you're putting them together, our holes is maybe 6. I mean, we're sitting there putting them in and eating them as soon as they get out and putting 6 more in. And so
we did it that way for a while. And then I just said, look, I'm going to have to find a recipe where I can bake these in it. And they come out pretty crispy. I sprinkle a little bit of baking powder on them. Not too much because then they get gummy, but a little bit of baking powder, and I flip them every probably 10-15 minutes, and they come out pretty crispy. So we're happy with that.
One more question: when are we going to have the Aldi Kansas City revealing taking place?
All right, so the kids went back to school today, first day of school. So I want to do that one in my kitchen rather than in my basement. Because I can't use a backdrop of any kind, just using my Android phone. So I'll be able to do it soon, since the kitchen, you know, there's not gonna be any kids running around all day long like we've had all summer long, and then last year with virtual school. So soon, I promise.
All right. Well, we'll hold you to that. Anyway, thanks for those deals of the week. And if people want to reach out to you, how do they reach you on your channel?
So my channel is the MeatTribe channel on YouTube, and it's all one word, no spaces. When you get there, be sure to subscribe, like the videos, click on the bell so you're notified anytime I upload a new video. And in the description of all my videos is a link to the MeatTribe apparel store. Go out there and get yourself a MeatTribe shirt.
Absolutely.
Or actually, there's all kinds of MeatTribe stuff. There's women's shirts and some pants and stuff. Lots of stuff there.
Pants.
How about the pins?
Pants for women. There's some joggers, leggings, whatever they call them. I got some magnets on there, fridge magnets too. So all kinds of stuff.
All right. We'll have to go there and support the MeatTribe store then.
Awesome.
All right. Well, have a great week. We will see you next Friday.
Thanks, everyone. Have fun tonight.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Linda, looks like you got something you want to share.
So my takeaway from the weekend was, well, I don't think I made it a secret to anybody that I was in contact with how important, you know, this group is to me. What I really wasn't prepared for was my emotional reaction to all of us being together. And I think that it goes back to pretty much what everyone else is saying, is that, you know, we really all have a connection to one another. And I think that this group being formed and what you and Brian do to foster the relationship between all of us is just a really important aspect to all of our lives. And I don't know that I realized to what extent everyone in this group, whether they were a new person that I was just meeting for the first time or people that I've known for the last year or so, how really important everyone was to me until we were all together. So I echo Joan's sentiments, which is I thank you and everyone else in this group for your support. I'm here for anyone. Please always feel free to reach out to me. And I know that I have leaned on several of you and will continue to do that in the future. So thank you.
No, thank you. And if any one of us want to order pork belly to be delivered, can we call you and place an order? Because your pork belly was absolutely awesome.
Yeah, I loved it. And I'm not a pork eater.
What I think is hysterical is I say this and it's the honest truth. I am a terrible cook. So I can,
no, you're not.
I can assure you that unless I can follow a Brian video or it's super, I can't do it. So that pork belly is as easy as it comes.
It was so good.
Thank you.
It was delicious.
And your chocolate cookies were real good. And like Corey's coffee, Brian comes along with, you got to put salt on it. So he starts sprinkling, you got to put salt on the cookies. And I'm like, you're like, oh, okay. And so, and I have to admit, it did enhance the chocolate flavor.
They're his cookies. Oh, yeah. And full disclosure, I did forget the salt on the top. He absolutely calls for salt on it. And I did not add the salt on the top. I forgot. So
well, he had your back.
Okay.
Thanks again for sharing. Mimi, thank you also for giving the gifts of panko to everybody. So what's your takeaway from the retreat and how are you doing since then?
I guess my takeaway from the retreat is that, you know, don't worry about how much other people have lost, how they're doing, because everybody's at a different pace. I think I've been pretty quiet about how I've been doing, but I don't know why I'm crying right now.
Oh,
for you, girl.
Don't cry. You're doing great.
It's okay. It's a bunch of emotions in one, and it's okay.
It is okay. Now I thought Maria just dropped off to go get Kleenexes.
Hand it to her through
All right, welcome back, Mimi. But anything else you want to share, or is your emotion sharing it all?
Aw.
All right, well, thank you so much, and thanks for sharing. Random lady, do you have anything to share with us?
Well, my takeaway was just meeting all of you finally, since I was hearing you all the time on the shows, but to actually like get to meet all of you guys, it was like I knew a lot of you already. I'm amazed at how dedicated and how like strong you guys are with your will, because I still have the tendency to cheat.
Me too.
But it gets me sick.
Yeah.
So, and I know better. But I've been really good this week though. I have not, I've been good. But now it was just really cool to hear everybody's stories, and just I learned a lot. There was a lot of stuff I didn't realize. But yeah, it was very inspiring. And I got to talk about poop a lot, which was awesome. So
Yeah, I can't wait till a certain book comes out and talks about it.
no, I'm very lucky because I'm not so much, well, my back is out, so I can't work out or whatever. Not that that was my excuse before, but I'm lucky in that I don't have to, I'm not fighting with weight loss, but I'm still trying to make myself healthy so I don't feel like crap. And it's hard. It sucks because I like to cheat. So, and
well, Shannon, I just wanted to say, Peggy, it's very hard for women who have gut issues, and it's a real issue. I think it's really people don't like to talk about it. I'm blessed that Peggy's willing to open up and share her story. And, hearing your story from her, she hasn't met too many women who share her, I guess you could say, her journey.
Yeah.
And her challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Because, how it is, you have to literally plan point A to point B. Where's my bathroom? How close are we going to be? How far we're traveling? And I think hearing Peggy's story and then hearing what you shared, I think probably more people, just not women, but I think it needs to be talked about more, like these issues that are gone unaddressed. And the medical profession really just wants you to go through a test and fit into their square hole. And that's part of the problem.
It is part of the problem because they never really give you there's never a solution to any of it. And so you do end up having to do the, elimination and the putting it back in and whatever. And sometimes things affect me differently. And I'm as surprised as, when I'm like, oh my God. So yeah, it sucks. So I'm not eating my normal meal this week, which sucks because I'm not at home. But yeah, I'm in the mood for a big steak. So
hopefully you'll get that soon.
I hope so. But yes, and thank you everybody for sharing all of your and stuff, because I know that is very personal and whatever. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
Yeah.
Brian, what do you got to add to all this? What's your feelings tonight?
Oh, well, as far as the retreat, it's so different, meeting people in person and talking to them in person, instead of on a Zoom call, because I'm like, everything is Zoom these days, and it's just so cool to actually be around the physical person or people, and then to hear everybody's stories, and they're all the same but different, and it's it's cool to hear everybody's journey, and that's the cool part about all of this, it is the journey. There really isn't like an ending to it. It's just it's the journey, and it's kind of cool just to follow people and see what they figure out on their own or what they found out from somebody else, and it's just I mean, that's the way I do it. You know, I listen to other people and I experiment and well, like Shannon or the random lady was saying, you know, I didn't get into this for weight loss. It was for my health and you know, because when I started all this, I was like what how old was I? I don't even know. I've lost track. I was getting old. So I had the middle-aged stuff happening and I didn't want it to happen. So I had to do something about it. But and the gut thing on top of it, you know, I've always had those problems. So it's an ongoing thing. In fact, I just bought a new book last night, another gut book. Just, you know, I'm just always looking for more solutions and yeah, and it's just cool to have a whole community of people to share things with.
That's awesome. You know, I went to Costco, went out with some friends Monday out boating in Annapolis, and they always bring me keto snacks. They're like, Jim, we got keto snacks. And I was like, yeah, I just, you know, I don't try it because probably everybody knows my feelings on keto snacks is they're not really keto. But I was at Costco and they had this bag and I was like, I said, you know what, I'm going to try. It was like, I'm sharing this story because I'm paying a price today for this. I bought the keto mix. It's got like almonds, whisks, all kinds of different, like a trail mix, but supposedly keto version. Yeah. And you could have all of it. They had 28 servings in a bag. Just for clarification, I did not eat the whole bag.
27.
I ate 2 bags. No, I said no. I ate a couple servings, but I started to. My stomach did not feel right. Like I started to feel bloated, and I've been feeling bloated. Matter of fact, I told Peggy, I said I'm just going to go. I'm fasting for the next day to 3 days. This is day 1. I haven't had any food today. But I went back and looked at that package, and they're in sunflower seed oil. Oh. And that really is because when I start to have this feeling, when I go back, it seems to be the culprit. And it's sad to me because every Costco is pretty much the same, but now they have keto this, keto that. There's so much keto chocolate, keto coconut bombs, keto. They're having everything and it's not keto. And it's so frustrating that it's almost like the American Heart Healthy Diet, the little stamp of approval. They now have the keto certified stamp now. Yeah. Again, there's no doubt that these people are paid for just like the heart people are paid for. And yet people now, because keto is a buzzword and people are going to buy this and think they're doing keto, and it's not helping their inflammation, which is the key part of all this. And so if your body's constantly inflamed, your body's not able to heal itself, it's not able to rest, and it's just not good for us. And other things spawn off from that. And so, you know, I love this group, but I really want to do more in the future. And I means becoming more of an advocate and a voice to hold these people accountable for what they're marketing to the customers out there, because to me it's very criminal to say you're selling something that's this when it's not. Correct. And so, you know, I hopefully in the future we'll be able to come along, more people like Dr. Ken Berry and his wife and others will start to get a louder voice and a bigger platform. And collectively, like I'm looking at everybody on this screen, and you know, you guys all have a community. Each one has a community to be able to influence. Like Maria, that comes back and her family's doing keto. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. A little dirty keto, but it's better than it was.
Yeah.
Well, it's a start. Listen, our journeys are all the same. We all go through that from the beginning. You know, just the fact that you want to eliminate sugar or breads from your diet is a huge first step. And then you start to realize, because you will, everybody's smart that's on this group. So you start to realize, you know, when I eat too much cream in my coffee, or I say, one Starbucks coffee is not going to bother me. And every time I do that, I feel bloated and I don't feel good. Then I eventually, after the 100th time, I eliminate that. And so you just go ahead. Go ahead. Was that Corey or is that
Roseanne?
Roseanne. All right, go ahead, Roseanne.
I think I got Angela on the right path too, because she told me the other day that she skipped her Dunkin' Donuts hazelnut flavored caramel coffee and she went for the unflavored tea.
That's awesome.
So that's a huge step for her. And she lost 2 pounds.
That's awesome.
So I feel good about that. I think like I actually did something. I think I got her going on this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the lifestyle. And I tell you, you feel better. I mean, you feel better.
Yeah.
Even, as much all the food that we served over the weekend at the retreat was definitely keto. There's some stuff in there that's definitely questionable if you have too much of it. But it's a journey. It's a journey for all of us. And I like how Brian put it. This is, we're all in this journey, and it's not about ever reaching the destination, because the destination is the illusion. It's the journey. And, you got to appreciate the journey. You got to appreciate where you are, and then see somebody else, like in Maria's case, her family's like, hey, we're going dirty keto. Okay, well, that's their journey. That's where they are. And so to see the impact that this group is having on your surroundings, your family, your friends, your coworkers, it's humbling. And you guys are all my heroes. You guys all inspire me. When I go to grab my food, I'm thinking of all you all. And I have your picture. I have the picture on my I don't know, my cover page for Facebook. I don't know what you call the big one, but and that's for that reason. So when I look at my page in the morning, I think of you all and realize what I have to do and the responsibility that I have. So yeah, you guys really make this group what it is. And so it's not one of us, it's all of us. So thank you all for doing that. And with that being said, Brian, if someone was watching the show for the first time, what would you tell them to do?
I would say, eat your meat.
And I would second that. Where's Kix playing this weekend? You guys playing this weekend so people can catch a show?
Yeah, we're playing Friday up in at Penn's Peak, which is Jim Thorpe, PA, and then Sealands Grove near above. It's like like an hour or so above Harrisburg.
Some of us are going to be there.
Yeah.
Me, I'll be
Emily,
there.
Emily lives close to there.
All right.
Other country for me.
Corey, you're not afraid to jump on a plane and fly. That's for certain. Whether it's to Hawaii or to Virginia, you're a traveler.
I'll be there one day.
All right. Well, with that being said, thank you all for your contributions. Thank you all for taking time to join us and to share what you are getting out, your journey with everybody else. And we'll see you guys next Friday. In the meantime, stay safe, stay well, and stay out of that hospital, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Everybody, bye.
Bye.
you